Hey guys, this is Des from Movies According to Des. I just finished watching a movie on Netflix Instant. It's called Archie's Final Project. It came out in 2009 and it was directed by David Lee Miller. So basically this movie is about a kid named Archie and he decides to kill himself and it's going to be his final school project for his cinema class. So it's basically, his interactions with his family members, other students who he's not really friends with. He's kind of like the oddball in school, and the hottest girl in school who, of course, he's in love with. So, yeah, this was a pretty predictable movie, and, I'm not a fan of teenage movies, really, because they're so whiny, and I'm going to be 26 soon. I'm past the teenager phase of being depressed and hating my life. And this whole movie was like, whine, 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 whine. My life sucks. Whine, whine, whine. I want to die because my parents don't love each other. Whine, whine, whine. My parents don't look at me enough. Whine, whine, whine. I cut myself because I'm so perfect and everybody loves me and I'm the hottest girl in school. So I hate my life and I hurt myself. So it was just kind of a whiny movie, and I was just really sick of it. I was like, oh my god, shut up. Just shut up. Then just kill yourself then. Nobody wants to hear you whine. And I wasn't like a big fan of this movie, but however, I was a fan of the editing. The editing in this movie was so cool. I basically just watched this 2-hour movie for the editing. It was so cool. It was really different. It kind of reminded me of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Not in the way it was similar in editing, but just kind of like it's different. It's not something that I've seen really before. It was pretty awesome, and there was a ton of it. There was a ton of special effects and little features and different kind of things and cartoons in it and stuff like that. So yeah, basically the best part of this film was the editing. Otherwise, it was just a bunch of whiny teenagers. And also, I feel like it tried to be really deep, but it wasn't really. I don't know. They said all these thought-provoking things and their deep emotions and how nobody understands them. And I was just like, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Nobody cares about your stupid problems. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of teenagers. All they do is whine about how they hate their lives. Whatever. And also, okay, come on. These kids are 17. You're going to college in a year. Like, you can't wait a year to kill yourself. Like, your life really starts when you go to college or when you move out of your family's house. Then all the excitement starts and all the fun. And so, like, you're a year away from freedom and your life starting. You've lived 17 years in this house with this family and with these students that you don't get along with and don't connect with. You can't wait a year? You've been there 17 years. You can't wait one more year? How impatient are you? Okay, and just as a disclaimer, I know not everybody goes to college. I know not all people could get out of their sucky lives and go off to college and be happy and merry. But, okay, I totally sympathize for those teenagers that are, like, being abused and being beaten by their parents and, like, being raped and molested by people in their family and all that stuff. But, like, no, these people in the movie, you couldn't feel bad for them because there was nothing wrong with their lives. They were not being abused. They were not being neglected. They were not being mistreated by their friends and family. They just weren't. They were just little spoiled brats, I felt like. It was really hard to empathize with the characters. If you want me to feel bad for your character and feel bad that they're, thinking about suicide, then friggin' add in a molester. Add in the dad beating the kid, like, there was nothing wrong with them. It was just them whining. And the girl who cuts herself and wants to kill herself, all she's complaining about is how perfect she is and that everybody thinks she's so beautiful. That's your biggest problem in life, is that people think you're beautiful? I'm sorry. Come on. Like, really? Really? I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. If you were, like, raped as a child, then yes, I would feel bad for you. And I would seek out help for you. But there was no reason to feel bad for any of these characters, and that's why I hated them so much. None of the characters were likable, and you didn't feel any sort of emotion towards them because they were just whining about nothing, about their crappy, horrible existence. So, I mean, it was really hard to relate to the characters and kind of feel sorry for them. So anyway, the whole movie, as you're watching, it's pretty predictable. But, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I was kind of bored. But, I mean, it's on Instant. Just click play and skip through just to see the editing. It was kind of cool. And I wish more movies were like that, because that definitely kept my attention. I was intrigued, and I couldn't wait to see what editing was going to come next. So that's all I have to say about Archie's final project. I'm sorry if you're a whiny teenager and I offended you.